Howdy, hot shots. Beaming to you from Not a Financial Advisor land with not financial advice. It's Kevin with Earth 2 Mastery, and we're here to pamp it up. Okay, so grab your Mandalorian lollipop holder because this is the way. I'm going to tell you how you can immediately make your buildings taller at no cost to you. I also have another way for you to get the tallest building in the area immediately and then get your money back for that. Okay, so the way that you can make your building taller immediately is go to a building that's only 2 or 3 floors that you have the penthouse on, and you start reserving floors underneath you. You can only do one, but you could get friends to do more too. If you have no floors underneath you and you want that building to grow by a floor, just go into the purchase, but then after you click buy, back out of the purchase, it'll reserve it, which adds a floor to the building. So if you're in an area that you want to grow and it looks like everybody has reserved all of the apartments in the area, new people that are coming in don't necessarily know that the buildings grow as people purchase additional floors and floors are added to that building. What you can do, and this was a tip that somebody else gave me, was go to the building that looks like it has no spots left and then just reserve a spot. What that'll do is it'll build an additional floor up underneath the ones that are there so that when a new person comes along, they can see that there are floors available. So let's say you're in an area and you've bought every single floor on the block. Somebody might come along that doesn't know that more floors can be added and then not purchase underneath you. Go and reserve a spot underneath all of your buildings so that when that reservation runs out, they can buy those spots because it shows, it looks to them like there's a spot available. Okay, another thing that happened is I told you that I was trying to flip my own building for additional meta coins. Didn't really work out the way that I had wanted it to, but what did happen, and it does take the amount of time, whatever time limit you are on before you can sell the place that you bought, you're going to have to do it before you're able to finish this method. But what I had done is I had bought 8 floors on the same building. Now, this building was just out in the middle of nowhere. It only had 2 floors when I first started purchasing it. I purchased it to where it had 8 floors. I went and liquidated all the floors once I was able to sell them, got my money back, and all the prices on all the floors came back down to where they would have been had I never bought them. So then I was able to buy an 8th floor penthouse for 195 meta coins. So I have the tallest building on the block now. So people are going to see it and be like, oh, that's a really tall building. They might come and purchase there once the population grows to the point where they're out there. And not only that, but I was able to get the penthouse way up there with a better view for the same amount of tokens it cost me to buy it when it only had 2 floors. So that's 2 ways that you can make your buildings taller in Infiniverse. Okay, I'll be back later with more tips and tricks. And also, I'm going to be in Infiniverse and I'm going to show you some of the mechanics because I keep having people send me messages asking me how to do this, how to do that. It's something that I'm still learning too, but I do know how to use the basic mechanics and I'm going to show you how to do that and get around in the Infiniverse. So for more metaverse content, get to sub it.